Oh, hey YouTube, how's it going? Welcome back to another little Isaac daily monthly dose of Isaac, daily dose, weekly dose of Isaac Baby podcast edition. I don't really know what to call it, so I'm just gonna hop into one. We're not doing the daily challenge today because need I say any more? Well, where is it to? Yeah, we're not doing the daily challenge today. Just gonna do a regular roll run, -2 win streak. That's fine. You know what? I'm ready to do it. I just felt like doing a little bit of Isaac today. So I feel like it's usually what I say. Allow me to move the cursor when I do Isaac videos. I'm a little rusty. My hands feel funny right now, and I'm tired. So I'm not expecting big things right now, but I just fancied having a bit of a chat. You know, sometimes you fancy having a a bit of patter with the gang, with the YouTube gang, with the fans, if you will. Yeah, I felt like playing a little bit of Isaac. I felt like talking a little bit. It's been a busy couple days, and I'm in a reasonable mood. But also, I'm kind of just not really doing anything right now. I was kind of just sitting a little bit, you know, having a little sit, as people tend to do. It's currently my birthday, which is very exciting. But it's tough. I don't know. I could talk about birthday stuff. I was going to talk about birthday stuff. I actually was going to talk about something else. I'm already talking about birthday stuff. I could talk about both, but yeah, obviously it's a little tricky because it's freaking pandemic going on, and we're still in lockdown over here. So there's nothing really to do, or that I can do, or like there's nowhere to go. So I'm kind of a little bit limited with how far the festivities can extend. As far as that goes, I kind of, especially it's like 4 p.m. now. I've been up since about 7:30, and it's kind of just kind of a lot of sitting. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be too productive. I've got a video that I want to edit. I'm probably still going to end up having to go out anyway, but I don't know if I'll finish it tonight. But I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do like job applications. I'm like, yeah, it's my birthday. Have a bit of a day off while I can. It's a Tuesday. My birthday's on a Tuesday this year, which means I've got a Wednesday and a Thursday and a Friday the next 3 years where hopefully I'll be working on those days. You can always get a day, you don't always get the day off on your birthday, so I figure, make the most of it while I can. This is a good item, by the way. And kind of just relax a little bit, but then the problem with relaxing is I don't like, that's not really something that I enjoy doing very much. Yeah, I don't know if it's an attention span thing or I've got to be doing something. I went to the grocery store. I bought some groceries. That was exciting. Not really. It was what it was. But anyway, yeah. So I can't just like sit around. Or well, I guess I am still currently sitting around right now. But at least I'm saying words. That's fun. That's something I like to do quite a lot actually. Believe it or not. I know that people know me as quite a quiet individual. I'm usually No, I don't even know where I'm going with that joke. I talk a lot, was where I was going with that. Yeah, I put a main channel video up last night. That was exciting. I do have some stuff. I didn't want to take that. I wanted to re-roll it, and I walked into it anyway. I do have some stuff planned for this channel, but I didn't really, feel like going too far out of the way for anything particularly exciting today. I guess I could have done another one of the gym leader brackets, but also I know that NSL has already done some of his and is kind of working on editing those, and I've already put the first 4 up. You know what I mean? So I didn't want to do like 5 and 6 today, and I didn't want NSL falling really far behind on those. So I was like, you know what, dude, I actually like this item. However, we're early in the floor. We have re-rolls. Who knows what beautiful, bountiful path we have ahead of us. That's not what I was looking for on this day, to be honest, or any day typically. So I was like, I'll do a little Isaac. I did a main channel video yesterday. The same dilemma I had with the last video with the Stardew one. I went to upload it and was like, what do I call this, or like put in the thumbnail or anything. And I kind of just I was like, oh, whatever. I don't really care about the title too much. And like the thumbnail, I did. During playing Stardew with the Beb, so I didn't rush it, but I also was like, I'd already, I opened up Photoshop and was like, what do I do? And then, before I'd even had an idea of what I wanted to do with the thumbnail, I'd already moved on to something else, you know what I mean? So I didn't really spend too much time on the thumbnail either. But you know what? I quite like yesterday's video. I didn't think the video itself was anything particularly noteworthy, like individually as a video. Like, I like the concept of it. It's a concept video. You wouldn't understand. It's a bit cerebral. I like the concept of it. So obviously the punchline, the joke. If you haven't seen it, spoilers. You could go watch it if you want, but you don't have to. YouTube.com/Yeti hype. I can't get in there. Sick, dude. You could go watch that if you wanted. But the concept of the video is you know, I've done permadeaths on the channel before, like a bunch of series and I was like, hey, I'm gonna do permadeath on Fallout 3, but then because you know permadeath is you play the game, but then if you die, that's it, you lose. You've got to try and beat the game without dying, basically, with various stipulations that you want to add. Sometimes it's just, hey, beat the game forehead. Sometimes it's like my Far Cry 3 one, where I have to do all the radio towers and capture all the outposts. Kind of depends on what you want to do, but I really like permadeaths. I've done a bunch of them on across various channels before. You know, on the main channel back when I used to do Let's Plays over there, and then I did a Season 2 of my Far Cry 3 one on this channel, actually. Like a year and a half ago, or like 2 years ago now. But yeah, so the joke was that it's like, hey, it's a permadeath and it's a series, but then I die at like the first available opportunity from something really stupid, and then it ends, and then that's the punchline. And I actually originally was gonna do it. It was gonna be a Yeti Plays video, and I was gonna really treat it like it was an actual series, and I was gonna like really like lean into kind of presenting it as if it was, you know, a new series on this channel, because obviously this channel has the series is. But the problem with Fallout 3 is all the intro stuff to get through. It takes like 45 minutes to get through. I didn't really want it to be like a 45-minute video just for like a 10-second punchline at the end of it. So I was like, you know what, dude, I need ideas for the main channel. It gives me an excuse to make it a shorter video, like a sub 20 minute video, and I can still like riff off the game a little bit, and then I can still upload it and get the joke, and it'll work. But what I like about it is I kind of like how I didn't even really think about this until afterwards. But I kind of like how it's sort of ooh, Poggy. I kind of like how it's sort of like it goes up now, and you look at it and it's like, okay, Fallout 3 permadeath episode 1, and then I die in it, so you don't know the death is coming. But then I like how, you know, over time, like give it, you know, a few months from now or a few videos from now, you're gonna see that there's this video on there that's episode 1, and then there's just no more episodes, and then it's gonna be like the joke ages. You know what I mean? Like, you come back to it a few months from now and there's more videos on the channel, and and you see that there's episode 1 of a permadeath and there's just no more episodes. There's like a joke there before you even click the video, which I think is funny. And then I nearly called it episode 1 and then put in parentheses finale, because that's kind of funny, but then that kind of ruined the joke, right? But then I was thinking maybe I could rename it to that after a few months, because if you come back after a few months and see there's only one episode, then you can assume that the death happens in that episode, and that's the joke. So maybe then I could change it and say finale in the title, so there's an extra joke in there. I don't know, I like that. I thought it was just an interesting little side bit. Obviously that wasn't the initial point, but I just like considering the fact that actually this is gonna, like, there's an extra joke to it, like, over time, like it ages, you know, which is interesting. But yeah, I like that one. It was a fun little video. I had a fun time with it. So I was, I guess I was proud of it. I don't know. I was telling Marie and Paul about it last night, and then I still was like, I'm going to talk about that in my Isaac today, just because I thought it was an interesting little concept. I just like the way that the video kind of, like, the main crux of the video is like, okay, so this is the joke. Is that the joke? Yeah, that's the joke. Here's the punchline. But then also it kind of changes over time. Like, it doesn't actually, but the kind of the way you approach viewing the video would be slightly different over time, or the way it looks on the channel, I guess. I don't know if that makes sense. It makes sense to me. Anyway, birthdays are fun. Yeah. It's my birthday today, so that's fun. And it's been a chill one so far. As I said, I woke up way earlier than I would have liked, but I've been having this weird problem the past few weeks where I can only sleep for no more than about 3 hours. I hate it. Don't really know what the deal is with that or why it's happening, but it is, so C'est la vie to that. But yeah, it's been a. Just looking at my mobile telephone. Yeah, it's you know, there's not really much going on. Which I don't mind actually. Son of a gun, dude. I didn't really plan my rerolls very well, but that's fine because we got garbage, stinky garbage. I guess we go get that battery then for one charge. Yeah, I don't really mind too much. Last year was funny because so the pandemic was starting, and then I on March, like on my birthday. Actually, was last year the year? No, it was the year. Drake was the year before. But last year it was on my birthday. I went to the pub with a mate and kind of hung out and stuff. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna have like an actual like night out or whatever, but let's do it at the end of the month because we had assignments due, we had exams coming up and stuff in March, like the spring stuff. So like, okay, we'll wait till get all that out of the way, and then we'll wait till the end of the month. And then midway through March, the first lockdown happened, and everything got shut down, and I never got to celebrate properly. This year, oh, I have goat head, so it would have stayed open anyway, of course. This year, lockdown again, still. So that's 2 birthdays now, which is unfortunate. It would have been nice, not even like a night out, but like I can't even go to the pub this year because they don't open until June, right? The June 21st. So I can go to the pub to celebrate for Spink's birthday, if that amounts to anything. But not quite for mine, so I can't even do that this year. But I don't mind too much. Like I said, it's been a bit of a relatively uneventful day. You know, got lots of nice messages and stuff, which I'll come to in a second. Which is always nice. It's been a relatively uneventful day, but I kind of don't mind because I'm going to be hanging out with my friends later. I call my family as well. Before that, I'm going to be hanging out with my friends later, so I think we're gonna play some games, some code names. I wanted to play some code names for a couple of weeks now. So I'll do maybe a couple rounds of code names, and then we'll just do whatever, you know? See where the night takes us, consume some alcohol. I've loaded myself up. I was in a cider mood. I used to love cider. Like, when I first started drinking, I was pogged out of my mind on cider. Like that was my go-to, you know, like in restaurants, at home, like all the time, basically. And then I think I cidered myself out. Like, I haven't really been a cider person the past, like, 2 years, maybe now. But I was feeling it. So I got some I got some Recorder, which is my favorite. Got a strawberry and lime. I got this sick new flavor that's like watermelon citrus, which sounds just absolutely perfect. So I can't wait for that. And then I'll probably I've got a couple others. I'll probably slam those in the build-up and then pivot to the usual, to the scotch when we play. But either way, yeah, I'm excited for that, and I think that's made it a lot better. In that. Like with not really being much I can do. I think knowing that I'm hanging out with my friends tonight has been like, actually, yeah, I don't really mind that there's not much going on in the day because I know that that's kind of gonna be my birthday thing, and I'm excited for it, and I love them all very much for it, and I can't wait. So that's kind of why I'm like, okay, you know, in the daytime I'm kind of just chilling, you know, I'm kind of just like passing the time, running the clock down. Not really. I think after this Isaac, I think I'm going to have a nap, and then I think I'm going to order some KFC, and then I'm going to edit for... Oh, and then I'm going to call my gran, and then I'm going to edit for a little bit, and then I'm going to call my mum and my sister and my brother while I watch the football. And then I'll probably just edit until the bebs are ready. Or like I might do some job apps or something, I don't know. Just to pass some time. But yeah, so I don't really mind that it's been a bit of a chill day because I know that I've got the real celebrations with the real ones, my faves, later on. So that's exciting. I'd say PJs, even though I don't really need the health anymore. Not great, not brilliant to be honest with you. Let's keep it moving here. But yeah, I think it's funny. Birthday messages are funny because I kind of get put in this position of like it's always it makes me a little conscious of getting birthday messages from people who have like remembered my birthday, and then I see the message and then can't like recall their birthday off the top of my head. I'm really bad with birthdays. Let me just say this: it's not like okay, I'm an asshole, sure. But it's not on purpose. I'm just bad at remembering birthdays, is the thing. So I get a message, and then someone saying happy birthday, and I'm like, ah, that's nice that they remembered my birthday. And then in my head, I'm like, I don't really know when theirs is. July sometime, for example. I always get really conscious of that. But yeah, look, if you're someone whose birthday I remember, then just that's good, right? It just shows how much I truly care, or something. Okay, I'm just gonna take some damage there. I think I might just take a little bit of damage on that one. Thought it'd just be fun. Thought it'd be a little zany to take a little bit of damage. Yeah, I don't know. What can I talk about with birthdays? Birthdays are funny, right? What's the deal with birthdays? Well, it actually is kind of funny. Like, it's interesting that, like, it becomes, like, a day to celebrate someone, which I'm all for, by the way. I don't know if this is quite going to hit the same with homing tiers, because I'll be curving all over the place, but we'll take it. Ooh, they come back, though. They do be coming back, though. What was I saying? Yeah, like, it so easily could have been, like, a nothing thing. Like, birthdays could have so easily just been, like, nothing. You know what I mean? But then, I guess at some point, like, I'd be curious what the history behind them being a thing are. Obviously, it's different how they're celebrated all over the world, right? But at least in kind of Western culture and stuff, how they've come to be like this, because it's one of those things where it could have so easily just been like a nothing day. But I'm glad that people chose to make them a thing. And growing up, I hated it. I never wanted to celebrate it. I never wanted to do anything. I never really had any kind of like birthday parties as a kid. Oh, I did like here or there. And to be fair, I'm grateful for them, and have good memories and stuff from various birthday happenings. But for the most part, I never would really go out of my way to do anything. I just didn't like them. I just didn't like the attention. That is very much not true anymore. Well, okay, not necessarily about the attention per se. This guy is just a little bit rude. But I do like it. I don't know. I think it's more of a thing now. I am very needy. I am very needy now. I'm a very needy individual, which I don't think I ever was growing up. In fact, actually, no, definitely wasn't growing up. Whereas I think I am now. Not that that's something that I'm overly happy about, and maybe I could work on, but it is what it is. Yeah, so maybe that's part of it. But yeah, no, I like them a lot more now. I think there's no reason not to enjoy them and have a good time, and even if you don't like, the individual aspects of it, of the attention or whatever, there's no reason not to use it just as like an excuse to hang out with some friends or anything, something like that. You know what I mean? I don't really think there's any particular reason to. Like, I still hate receiving gifts. Well, okay, don't hate. Hate's a strong word. But I don't really like receiving gifts, and if I can avoid it, I will. I don't really like receiving gifts. Oh, okay. I don't want to say I don't like it, but I just. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, and then certain elements of the attention is a bit wonky to me because I'm not used to it. I guess would be a big thing. I'm not used to the attention. I was thinking about this the other week actually, when he talks about my great aunt who passed away, and then I said on Twitter I was like, I'm a little down, so if anyone has any like things that could cheer me up, like pets or music or whatever, that'd be really nice. And then Maria made a playlist, or she put together all of her like happy songs from her other playlists. Into a nice happy playlist, which was by itself was just awesome, and I also like that exists now. I'm glad that she has a nice happy playlist to listen to, and I've seen her listen to it on Spotify since she made it. So I'm happy, even just like out of extension of that moment. I'm glad that she has a nice happy playlist now that she listens to. It was like a weird little like side thing to come out of that moment that I'm happy about. But when she made that playlist, I think I talked about this already, actually, which is how you can tell how much it meant to me, because I'm still talking about it now, and it's been like 2 weeks. But when she made that playlist that she did for the thumbnail of it, she made the thumbnail like in the style of how I make the thumbnails for my playlists. Even though it doesn't at all suit the aesthetic of the rest of her playlist, and she has a clean aesthetic on her playlist, by the way. I won't say, like, go look, because that I'd have to dox her, and I'm not going to do that. But you'll have to just take my word for it. Yes, when she did that, that like honestly was like one of the like sweetest things anyone's ever done for me in my entire life. Like I'd never, and I think that's why it hits so hard. Is just because I've never really. This can fuck off. Oh, that item is vile. I hate it so much. We chilling. We can roll here. We can do a little bit of roll here for a little battery. A little battery. Ooh, don't mind a little battery. I don't really need the spirit heart, but sure, let's take a little spirit heart. Was that a key in there? Oh, we'll take a little key. Yeah, I never really had kind of, don't even know what that is. Oh, you bleed or something? Yeah, I've never really had that sort of like attention to detail, like of me or over me, or like have people like. I don't think that does anything because we don't have physical tears, right? We've got fake tears. To me, so like seeing that someone has kind of paid that much attention to myself or something that I've done enough to kind of use that in a situation, like to make myself feel better. I don't know. I don't know if I'm explaining the situation very well. Yeah, fuck it, dude. Just so that we can move on. I used to love this item. I no longer love it. I think I'm mostly over it, but it's still fine. I think. Yeah, I don't know if it's fine actually. With I don't think I would have taken it if I didn't have the homing tears, but I like it with the homing tears. Okay, let's slam mother here. Right, quick. Oh, I have all sorts to talk about. I haven't talked about. I can talk about my social media stuff. That'd be a good talking point actually. I don't even know if I'm gonna get to that. Okay, maybe we'll do it in a second. Apparently, got a lot to talk about today. Yeah, but I just never really had like people who've kind of, I don't know, like cared for me that much that they've kind of paid that sort of level of attention to detail to like myself or to like my personality, I guess, or whatever. That yeah, I don't know. And I can't remember, it's happened again. I've gone on such like a big tangent that I can't actually remember why I started talking about that or what my original point was. So I don't really know how to wrap up that point. You know, you want to kind of bring it full circle when you talk about something like that. You know, especially if you're talking about something and you're like, hey, for example, this. You kind of want to come back and bring it full circle. But I don't actually remember what my original point was. So I can't do that right now. This is garbage, can it? So I won't do that actually, but I can't remember. Yeah, I can't actually remember at all what I was saying. Hey, what's the deal with birthdays? Yeah, I'd be interested to know. I'd be interested to know what the deal with birthdays is. I would be interested to know. I've seen footage. Oh no, that's stuck in my head, dude. That's stuck in my head, dude. I don't know if death grips being stuck in your head is healthy. Hey, what's the deal with death grips? You guys got any opinions on death grips? I think they've got me. It took a while. It took the best part of about 5 years. I think they've converted me. Is it okay? It's a Money Store. I listened to Money Store recently. It came out in 2012. It took me a while to get around to it. I think I listened to it for the first time in like 2015 and was just like, what the fuck is this that I'm listening to right now? And then never went back to it. Oh no, didn't go back to it for a while. Went back to it like 2 years later, 2017-ish, and went, what the fuck is this that I'm listening to right now? And then went back to it again last year. It was one of the first albums I listened to when I got Spotify, so probably like August, I would say. And I went, you know what? I kind of get it. I don't know if I'm super into it, but I'm like, it's got some bangers. Honestly, it's got some. Son of a bitch, didn't really want to do that. It's got some bangers in there. I could be convinced. Fast forward to about a week ago. Which, by the way, all of the Bobby Shmurda memes now that he's been released, absolutely hilarious. Like this when he on his first night when there was a picture of him with a couple girls, and there was a tweet. And I don't condone this type of behavior. The poor girls did nothing to deserve this. But the tweet where it was like, Bobby doesn't realize girls have gotten badder since 2014. Oh, that one got me good. Yeah, there was a meme. This was a fantastic meme that Spink sent to the group chat, and I was looking at it again last night. She sent it like a week ago, and it was like a Twitter account. This is Spink doesn't have Twitter, and like we've talked about it a little bit, and I think the political discourse would drive her insane. One of my favorite Spink quotes of all time was when we were talking about Twitter, and I said that exact thing. I said she'd hate the political discourse, and then she said, "I just hate discourse." It's one of the funniest things she's ever said. I don't know why, because I don't really know what it means, but also I get it completely. Anyway, that Twitter account is Ancient Memes. It was an ancient meme, and it's a shame. I think Spink would really like that Twitter. She sent one, and it was like a boy and a girl go into a room, shut the door, and take all of their clothes off, like clothes but without the S. And then it says, "Only legends will get this." And then underneath it says, "Me, a legend," and there's a picture of a young Robert Downey Jr. saying, "I get this." It's one of the funniest things I've seen in my entire life. Like I was laughing the first time I saw it, but last night I looked at it again just because I remembered it. Oh my god, it's so funny. But yeah, why did I start talking about that? I don't remember. Bobby Shmurda. Oh yeah, I listened to The Money Star about a week ago, and went, you know what, dude? Holy shit, this is a great fucking album. I totally understand why people have been saying that it's a 10 out of 10 for the past 8 years. It's really good. And it's funny, because people have always said, I think why I started to like it is because when I first listened to it in 2015, my experimental hip-hop experience was basically limited as far as Yeezus. Incredible album, by the way. But it's funny because people always, Def Grip, when people talk about experimental hip hop, the Money Store is always one of the first ones that people mention is like that they recommend as one to check out. Is like, hey, if you want like I don't know if accessible is the word, although I think it is relatively accessible, but at least as far as being like, hey, if you want like a good taste of what experimental hip hop can be about, especially industrial hip hop, then this is your best example, right? So maybe as someone with limited experience, in theory, it probably should have been. I don't know where I'm going actually. I guess we just do the fight. It probably should have been a good one, really. But yeah, for whatever reason, it just didn't quite get me. But over the years, I've gotten a little bit more into it, a little bit more of the the JPEG mafias and the injury reserves, etc., etc. I think maybe I'm a little clipping. I really like clipping. I think I'm slightly more attuned to it. Still relatively limited. Like if you put me on the experimental hip hop iceberg, I'm still only on like I don't even know if I'm underwater yet, or at least I'm like starting to dip a little bit underwater, but I'm not really like that far yet. Okay, I think that I took 2 hearts there, or a half heart of full hearts. Yeah, that makes sense. So I'm not that far in, but I think now that I've got a little bit more of an ear for it, I get it a little bit more, which is kind of ironic because that's not really the point. But I don't know, man. I'm into it. I think maybe I'm about to sort of head into my experimental hip hop phase. I don't know, dude. Maybe. People are always saying based about Death Grips. Oh, you listen to Death Grips? Based, my guy. You know. I don't really know what bass means anymore. People used to say it all the time in like 2014 and like 2015. The speedrunning community, I remember all the Dishonored speedrun. It was going around the Dishonored speedrun community, and I was like, yeah, people just say based, and then it kind of died out, and then now people say it again, but like it means like it's come back, but it means like something different. Like I don't really know what it means. Like I know this is a Down Bad situation all over again. Down Bad has been like hella viral the past few months. There was the Down Bad Patrol that was raking in like 100k likes minimum on every single tweet. So Down Bad's been popping off. Apparently I don't really know what it means fully. Like I've kind of figured it out now based on hashing it out. We're going to the drawing board and figuring it out as a group, getting an intervention from my close friends. And this run is good, and I'm just taking all of it. I'm just taking every bit of damage I possibly could imagine. I'm not really paying a great deal of attention to the game, I'll admit, but like, come on, you can do better than this, bud. Yeah, I don't know. Death Grip. Oh, you listen to based fam. You listen to Death Grips. How based? So I could talk about my social media a little bit. There are some changes on my social media, but then I might die any moment right now, and I wanted to eat kind of early so I could have a nap. And so I was gonna eat at like 5 tonight, but I also wanted a nap before I ate, and it's already 4:35, so I'm gonna end up having like no time for a nap, and I woke up at 7:30 a.m. this morning, and we're hanging out tonight, so I'm gonna like I want a nap, but I don't know when I'll fit it in otherwise because I'm not calling my 6, and I'm gonna have like a shower at 6. I'm calling my family at like 9 or 9:30 maybe. I guess I could nap after my shower at like 6 or 7. Yeah, that sounds. I can rock with. Like, I can rock with a 6 p.m. Yeah, we're just gonna die on It Lives. So like that's just kind of embarrassing. So maybe I'll not talk about my social media. Maybe we'll never know. Rebrand? Ooh, you won't know. I guess it's a secret. I mean, most people I talk to. Actually, I guess I've been talking. This has been a Maria and Paul thing. This has been a Stardew thing. I guess people don't really know. So I guess I should talk about it at some point. Or we're gonna live. You thought I was what? Dead? No, 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 no. Yeah, I was talking to Maria and Paul a lot about it recently, but I've got a second Twitter account now that's like a personal account, and I made my Instagram personal. So it kind of comes down. I've always had this like slight dilemma because I don't really have many people IRL on my Twitter, right? Like if you look at and I've yeeted my old Instagram account. Well, I haven't yeeted it. I'm just not going to use it. I'm gonna reset. But if you look at my old Instagram account, there's like 250 followers. I'd say like 200 of those are people that like I've known or like know IRL. People from like high school or college or uni, right? And probably will slowly get some of them on the new account as well, although I don't think I'm going to follow that many. But then you look at my Twitter, I have what a little under 700 followers on there. I have maybe like between 10 and 20 followers on there that are people from real life. Because the Instagram is like a personal thing, and then the Twitter's the Twitter is Yeti Hype. So I've always kind of kept it separate. You know, I have like good friends who know about Yeti Hype and know about my YouTube and stuff. But for the most part, I've never really like. I've kind of kept the online stuff and the real life stuff separate. But I've always had this dilemma of being like, because of that reason, it's always kind of been like, to IRL people, it's kind of basically like I just don't even have a Twitter. So I've always thought about making a personal one. I don't. I think the same kind of hit recently with Instagram, and I definitely on a video. I'm not going to go into the specific reason why I wanted a presentable Instagram or who I was trying to make my Instagram presentable for. Doesn't even matter. No one. For me, just for personal. I felt like doing it. Wasn't because of. There was no reason. Just random reason. But then yeah, I was like, you know what? Let's just make the jump. Especially recently with my Twitter, I basically only tweet like kind of memey, like jokey, whatever, like tweets. I don't really tweet like normal stuff. Like I don't tweet about sports anymore. I don't tweet about like music anymore or anything like that. Because I kind of save my Twitter for just like jokes and stuff and like whatever. So when you know what, dude, I think it's time. Let's eat my Instagram over, and I found a good middle ground. I've kept all my I have the ats for my first and last name without any any full stops or any underscores or numbers in there. I have the pure full name, and I've seen all the other Reece surnames out there. I know how many of us there are. You're not having it. I refuse to give it up. And maybe one day I'll use it for a professional account. I've talked about that a little bit as well, but I don't think I need one just yet. That's kind of, if I ever do that, that's what I'll probably use the username for. But I found a nice middle ground of being like, I went with a Reece boy, which is a nickname I stole from Maria. Or not stole. I guess it's like a nickname that I have, so it's like stealing my own nickname. But yeah, I got from Maria, and I like it. So I went with that because it's a nice. It works as a nice middle ground because it means that I can still. It's like a personal account. So if I'm talking to like a real someone who isn't like doesn't know me via that stuff, or like isn't gonna know me via that stuff or know about that stuff, I can just be like, oh yeah, this is my Twitter, this is my Instagram, and it's no big deal. I don't have to be like, hey, yeah, follow me. It's Yeti hype. Yeah, it's the one with the cartoon Yeti as the avatar. Yeah, it's that one. Yeah, don't worry about it. Like, I'm normal. I'm a normal person. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I know a lot of people have like, you know, aren't necessarily about their identity online, or don't really associate they kind of like being separate, and I have been for years. And in fact, when I set it up, I'm gonna put my Yeti avatar onto the Yeti hype Twitter. So I'm still gonna have that. It's just separate as well. But yeah, it kind of, I don't have to go through that. I can feel normal being like, oh yeah, it's a normal account. But at the same time, it's not like my full name, so I can still, to YouTube people who aren't necessarily, especially if people are coming from Yetiness, where, you know, on Yeti hype it's mostly like memes and like Zoomer jokes, and it's a very particular type of humor. And then they're, you know, coming from Yetiness, where I don't speak or act like that and speak more like how I actually usually speak when I'm not like, I don't know, it's not like I'm playing a character, but it's, you know, kind of satirical or whatever. But yeah, so people watching on Yetiness, and I'm like a normal person, talking about all sorts of like, you know, politics and religion and whatever topics may come up on the channel, and then they go on Twitter and I'm like, haha, isn't it funny how my birthday is the 69th day, lol. So it's nice to have like a personal account, so I still, to those people, can be like, hey, I have a personal account where I tweet normally, if you want to go on there as well. So I like the username's good for that. It's a good little middle ground, which I think works. I'm glad that I found that little middle ground there. But that's the deal with that. So in case you're wondering, at some point I'll tweet about it, probably. But that's why I now have 2 Twitter accounts. Yeti Hype, which is the kind of whatever main, is the Yeti Hype account, is what you'd expect it to be. And then a personal account where I'm going to be tweeting a lot more like a normal person. And then my Instagram, which is going to be normal people things as well. Again, I probably would have gone into that in a little bit more detail had I not just died right now and needed to wrap the video up. But yeah, I guess that's the deal with that right now. So that's fun. So yeah, I don't know. I guess I finished the video. Did I have more stuff to talk about? Probably. I don't really remember what I just talked about. I think I'm gonna go order KFC. It's early, dude. It's hella early. It's 4:45. Oh, do I order or do I have a nap now? And do I have time for? It's gonna be a short nap, but if I go for a nap at like 6 p.m., I can nap for like 2 hours potentially. And football starts at 8. Maybe I could have like a 15-minute power nap now and then like an hour-long nap later. I don't know, dude. The world is my friggin' oyster right now. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you all. Oh, that's what I was going to talk about. That was going to be the first thing I was going to talk about, was naming these videos. Anyway, whatever. I don't care. It doesn't really matter. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for joining me on a bit of a time killer. I'm going to go enjoy some lovely Kentucky Fried Chicken. The best fried chicken establishment on planet Earth. And you can't argue with me because I'm sat here by myself talking, so I must be right. I'm the one with the mic. Ah! I'm the one with the microphone. I was spinning a little glass bottle around and dropped it. Okay, listen, I appreciate you all. Thank you guys for spending some time with me on my birthday. That was really kind of you to do, and I appreciate it. I'm gonna go upload this video. Yeah, fuck it, dude, I'll do that. I'll upload this video right now. And then I'll order KFC. No, my internet's been really slow recently. All my videos have been taking like 2 hours each to upload, which is fucking insane. This one shouldn't be too bad because it's a raw recording, so it shouldn't be as big. But my Fallout 3 video yesterday was like 3 gig. It wasn't even that big. And it took 2.25 hours to upload. That's fucked up, dude. That's insanity. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for hanging out, for being Bebs. And if you're one of my Bebs, I'll see you guys later for more hanging out. But like actually, and not just like, you know, metaphorically with me doing all the talking and you doing all the listening. Which I appreciate. Although, to be fair, that's kind of how it is sometimes anyway. Because I talk quite a lot. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. I'll see you guys later. Alright. Love you guys. Later. Bonk.